Welcome back. Thank you so much for your company. Well, from cricket teams to punters clubs, even mothers groups, people from all walks of life and right across the country are getting in on the Everest action. Timmy?
You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
The butcher, the baker, a candlestick maker.
Of course, miEverest is giving everyday Australians the chance to take on some of the industry's biggest players for just $880.
You can be in the Everest for $880. Take a look.
This is Australia, where horse racing is part of our culture. The strappers, the track work riders, the jockeys and the trainers. But most importantly, the horse.
This country's always been about a fair go for everyone, and racing's always been the sport of kings, and that hasn't always sat ideally with us. We'd like to think that if ever there's a country on the planet where everyone's going to get a fair crack, and it's Australia. Once you become an owner, you tell your friends, you understand the love for the animal. It becomes part of your life. It gives you something to look forward to on the weekend. Micro-ownership, we think, can do wonderful things for this sport.
They are strong, they are fast, and they are powerful. And in the Everest, one will represent us, the everyday Australian.
We paid $880,000. We've divided it into 1,000 units, so it's $880 to be a part of an experience that may never happen again. This is the world's richest race on turf, and it's probably Sydney's premier sporting event now, and you can actually play. So those frustrated sportsmen out there, this is your chance to be on a big stage. This is your chance to take on the world. I guess we had an experience at Magic Millions this year with a horse called Dusty Tycoon. They came from everywhere. They came from Broome, they came from WA, they came from Victoria, and they all came with their 1/1000th of that horse, and they had the time of their lives.
You sort of dream of this. You never ever think it's going to happen. Here we are with a horse that's had 2 starts, and we're at the Magic Million.
Good on you.
You know, that's incredible, and most of us are just, you know, everyday people, you know, and it's a dream.
We also want to make sure that they're as good a chance of competing in this race as anyone. So we've formed a panel that we believe does that. The 4 members of the panel are Dan O'Sullivan, Lizzie Gels, Mark Waugh and Ty England. It's hard to imagine anyone that's made more impact on racing in the last sort of 2 years than Lizzie. Ty brings an edge, we're sure of it, because of just who he is and what connections he has and that deep understanding of how the industry works.
I've rode a few rough thoroughbreds in my day, so I'm glad to be here today.
Dan's got a really humble but valuable perspective on what we're doing here. It's data-based, it's fact-based, he's really articulate. I think Dan O'Sullivan actually is someone that's going places in this sport. Mark Waugh is obviously a winner, the guy, and he has a deep passion for racing. He lives for racing these days. Some people are winners in life, and Mark's certainly one of those.
A superb century by Mark Waugh. He's first here at the MCG in one-day internationals.
I think I get more nervous watching a horse race than I did playing for Australia at the MCG. It's that sort of, gives you that sort of feeling. And that's what it's all about. You know, you're really pumped up and you're so excited about the race. I've been in ownership of horses for a long time. It doesn't matter whether you own 1%, 10%, 100% of a horse, it still is the same thrill. So this gives everybody an opportunity to be part of the big race.
I guess it's just part of who we are, who I am, in that we love the idea of what we phrase as real Australia, taking on some of these billionaires, taking on some large corporations. There's something uniquely Australian about that.